And what is the idea there with Mark, with your story, to make it introductory, knowing that people were going to pick this up?
No, that story was done long ahead of time.
It was long ahead of time. No, it was done long ahead of time. It's just I happened to, catch the Obama train as luck would have.
It was a good, we kind of, we were going to miss the window of the inauguration. We justified it looking backwards as, all right, it's a nice one issue, done in one story, kind of sets a lot of the pieces up on stage. It's a nice Peter Parker story. There's some Spider-Man in it. But really, it was just a celebration of the fact that a guy got elected who said he was a Spider-Man fan. Yeah. There wasn't anything, as far as I'm concerned, Spidey's apolitical.
Yeah.
So it was really just a fun little story. Was that a hiss?
There's a slow
sprung a leak.
Yeah, I see. It's all those nitrogen tanks on the corners.
Yeah, we shut the doors and then let the gas go, so don't worry about it. Let's talk about what's coming up in the title. So the next issue, Fred Van Lent, then there's a 2-issue thing by Dan Slott, and then you're writing the 2 issues after that.
3 issues after that.
3 issues?
Oh, it's 3 issues after that, yeah.
And tell us a little bit about that story, obviously.
That was nice. I no.
All right, the art.
I'll get it later.
This is a very
This is going to play
show.
great on the podcast.
Yeah.
To be honest, we usually do 45 minutes of physical comedy.
Slapstick on the radio. Is there anything better? 24/7 is the name of the story arc. It's by me and help me out here.
Mike McCone?
Mike McCone. I know. And basically it's there's something that happens at the end of the previous issue which we can't talk about, which gives too much away, that spurs Spider-Man into thinking, you know what, I need to be, for the time being, I need to be Spider-Man 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no Peter Parker. And what comes out of that? Not only his absence from his own personal cast, but the toll it takes on him psychologically. And in the meantime, a new Vulture shows up, and it's not the same 85-year-old man that Peter keeps punching in the face and sending to jail. It's a brand new Vulture who's a lot more violent and a lot more scary, and so he's got to deal with this on top of the 24/7 arc. So that's where we're going. And then after that, we've got Joe Kelly, right?
Yeah, then it's right into American Son with Pete dealing with the fact that Norman Osborn's in charge of the Marvel Universe. Norman's one of his greatest enemies. A lot of fun stuff with the Dark Avengers.
And who's drawing that?
That is Phil Jimenez and Paulo Sequeira.
Nice.
Yeah.
Quick back question for you. You mentioned that Fred Van Lent is sitting, sorry, I would say that, is sitting in. Is he going to be doing more stuff beyond the Spot issue?
Yeah, Fred's part of the, there aren't really boundaries, but we're calling him if the, Mark and Bob and Slott and Joe Kelly and Guggenheim are the web heads, then these guys are the web lieutenants.
Eventually, we'll all be part of it. Right?
Eventually, the hope is that you can all come to the retreat.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, we can go never.
Yeah, good. Mark your calendars. That's awesome.
Fred Van Lente and Zeb Wells are going to be there to help stock the year a little bit.
Right. And Mark, to take a little sidestep from that, let's talk about Boom Studios.
Boom Studios.
And Boom Studios.
He's never said that word aloud.
It sounds very weird if I'm not. But let's talk about that, writing other things for other publishers. How do you handle that?
There's 7 days in a week, dude. There's 18 hours in a waking day. There's plenty of time. I mean, actually, it's very difficult, but it's very rewarding work. I mean, I'm also the editor-in-chief of Boom Studios, and at this point, we publish 15 or 20 monthly books. I'm writing 3 books a month for Boom, as well as doing some occasional Spider-Man stuff and a little bit of stuff here and there. But writing Spider-Man is sort of the night and weekend job because I love it, and then Boom is something else I love, but that's the full-time daytime job. And right now we've got, the big news this week is we have Incredibles ships tomorrow. Incredibles #1.
Yay!
And artist named Marcio Takara, and then also tomorrow ships The Muppets #1, which is by Roger Langridge, which is great. It's phenomenal.
That's the best casting.
It's Roger Langridge doing the Muppets is just phenomenal. That guy's great. He was
Nazi.
He was born to do this job. This guy was born with a hand up his ass, this guy.
He meant it as a compliment.
Wait, I mean,
Don't we
he was
all?
born as he should do the Muppets, that's what I mean. So,
Okay.
Hand up his ass says
an
it.
ancillary hand up his ass. And then after that, then the following week,
callback.
it's a callback.
Nice, good.
And the following week is the one that we're really stoked about, which is, at this point, the highest selling boom book we've had so far, which is Irredeemable, #1, which
Yes.
is my creator-owned series that I'm doing with artist Peter Krause, with John Caston covers, and Gene Ha covers, and Barry Kitson did a cover, and
You're
Busy.
welcome.
And thank you for that, yeah.
And what's the pitch of that title? for this?
The pitch on Irredeemable is, what does it take to turn the world's greatest superhero into the world's greatest supervillain? What is that path? We are picking up in the here and now, when he has already become the world's greatest supervillain. But at one time, he was like Superman and Jesus rolled into one. Like the whole world believed in this guy. I know, Superman and Jesus. Awesome.
Great combo.
I know.
Was that ever a team up?
Brave Bull presents. It was awesome.
Jesus was faster.
Who can forget the Superman Jesus race? That was
What a metaphor.
so that's
The funny part is they did it on the beach and there were only one set of footprints.
Big fans of the post.
I've been I like motivational punk.
So that's the big deal. Is an ongoing series with me and artist Peter Krause, and it is basically, like I said, it is what, you know, a lot of it's set in the present day of he's a villain now, but a lot of flashbacks to what is the path. It's not a light switch. You don't just suddenly become a supervillain one day. He was revered.
The way it is
Well,
with
like
Pete.
that's yeah. And then what is that path? So that's, if anything, it's my Sopranos of superheroes. If you will, it's like that sort of dark, like.
So it's
I've
going
read the
to
first
end
issue.
for-
It's the
Wow.
first issue is absolutely, unless you changed everything. but
I changed everything, but yeah, no. I know.
Unsolicited notes.
So just to sort of tie this up a little bit, give us something, obviously without spoiling anything, something that you're super excited about that's come out of this summit so far.
All right. I have 2 words for you. Ready?
Yes.
Big wheel.
Okay.
What are you insane? Who plotted for? Who's the crackhead who plotted for big wheel?
It wasn't me.
I got another word for you. Razorback.
It's a compound word.
Ray and Zerback.